The Fly Fifer and Just Another Monkey podcast. Talk is cheap. Let's talk.
Yes, Cindy, here we are again. It is I, the Fly Fifer, with Just Another Monkey. The Mucky Monkey, Alan Carrick. And we are sat today with Barry Mulligan on the camera now.
Is he in releasing the chocolate?
Eh?
Is he in releasing the chocolate, Mulligan?
Chocolate Mulligan.
Mulligan.
Fuck knows.
Kaz
Spike Mulligan.
Spike, there's another one.
But we're
There's
going to
only
do
one,
we're going to do a silly moment on Barry. What's your name? Where'd you come from? Because we are in Barry's place today recording this, which is Studio 14, Geddes House, Livingston.
That's correct.
Very funky.
So I'm going to go straight in with what are you all about, Barry? What's this all about?
Right, so I'm a local boy.
No pressure.
Local boy. And I found this kind of space a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now. And we'd started doing a podcast of my own with a friend. It was actually our podcast. And we've been doing it in the dining room. So we decided that we would try and up it, the stakes a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I seen this place and I had 2 rooms which were perfect for a kind of small photography studio as well. So yeah, that's kind of how.
What was your podcast about? What did you do? Just same as this chat shit?
It's pretty much. So the two of us are. I wouldn't say we're ADHD, but we do have.
Sorry, mate. I have to.
What do you want? A balloon? A badge? There's no labels here, Neighbour.
No fucking labels here, neighbour.
We
That's it.
We didn't do labels.
That's it. That's it.
QPRSD.
We
Did they
definitely.
give you a balloon?
We got a badge.
Oh, yes. Badges.
But yeah, like I say, we get so easily distracted by different things.
Yes.
So the podcast starts off with an agenda and then goes off.
Yes, like this one.
That's what we. Hey.
So,
That's the fucking way they go, man. They all
That's
start
why
off.
he's writing shit. Don't you remember where to come back?
Exactly.
the notepad goes straight out the window after 5 minutes.
Hey, this is a
Isn't
this
that
is a
good
Jamie
though?
Oliver pad, by the way. It's a fucking pucker pad.
Oh, it's poker.
Oh,
Pucker
my God.
pads.
Oh,
Pucker
good
fucking
You can
pads.
fuck off.
I remember I seen something. I seen something on the internet. It was quite funny. I think it was a Scottish comment, and Jamie Oliver had posted up on Twitter something saying, "Tell us your favourite day snack." And I'm pretty sure it was a Scottish guy. It had to have been a Scottish guy that messaged back saying, "No fucking chance you'll get it banned."
Fucking deep fried Mars bar or something.
No
Have you had
telling
one
you.
of them, by the way?
Aye.
Fucking great.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, you ever done one in the house?
No.
Done one in the house?
I've done plenty of Mars bars in the house, like, but
No fried ones.
Aye.
No, I mean it destroys the oil in the chip pan. Destroys it.
all right.
You have to pretty much change it straight away.
I just didn't get the concept at all. But hey ho.
Chocolate and butter. I used to get a chocolate Freddo for the wee chip around the corner.
I used to get battered for chocolate.
Aye.
Chocolate Freddo.
Aye, chocolate Freddo, deep fried
fried
Freddo.
chocolate Freddo.
Aye, amazing. Well, we're all right. But anyway, we're away off on one again. So, Studio 14, where we're sat today.
Are you wanting a badge or a label, Neighbour?
Oh, for Studio 14?
Well, you're going off on a tangent. Maybe you've got ADHD or GBH or fancy hair straighteners. Or just for men.
No, I've got the fucking thing that says...
No more labels.
No more labels. No more
That's
labels.
the last one ever.
That's exactly.
Have he's been diagnosed or he's just
No, I
assuming?
don't think I've got it. To be honest,
I think we've all got it.
Yep.
well,
We've all got schizophrenia. We have, everyone here is split in two fucking minds, because you'll be sitting there thinking, well, I deep fried that Mars bar, fuck it, I'm going to. Who are you talking to?
100%. Exactly.
So to have a badge that says, yes, I'm schizophrenic, I talk to myself, tell me something I didn't fucking know.
For me, I think it's just symptoms. Symptoms of everything.
We've all got them.
It's certainly what we're saying now is not to belittle any kind of symptoms you might be feeling, by the way.
No.
It's just this whole hang up of, I have this.
It's now became a bit of a trend.
Yes,
Definitely.
exactly.
It's a
Became a
buzz.
bit of a trend.
Cheryl was talking about it. She was saying how the mothers will congregate and it'll be like, oh, my wee Bobby, he was up all night and he was doing that. And oh, my Shirley, she was doing the same. He's painted the fucking outside lavy in. And then somebody else, and you're like, wow, it's like a conversation piece. Oh, mine's is up there. Well, I'll trump that and I'll trump that with that. Well, mine's actually killed the fucking dog. Oh, fuck off, man.
And let me give you a fucking story. My stepson has diagnosed with these things, and I went to a thing. I was asked to come along to give my opinion at the meeting, and we went into the NHS system, and we went through the door. We thought we were going to discuss his issues. We went through the door to someone sitting with a pen and a pad, not really looking at us like Alan and I have said. So, have you thought about what drugs to give him? And we're sitting there like, fuck are you on about? Well, I could write you up for fucking, was it Ritalin or something?
Oh,
I can write you up with that. I can write you up with this other thing. And we were like, no, we're here to talk about...
I've got a song. Remedies like the corners of my mind.
But...
Misty what? I've not finished it.
Oh, sorry. Who sung that?
I think it was Barry Mann.
Go and let him fucking sing it then.
No chance. My rendition's fucking far superior.
I loved it.
Yeah,
but
see?
Aye, so anyway, that laddie, had we agreed, we'd have been away feeding that laddie and possibly giving him
song.
an addiction.
Zombie.
Aye, creating a fucking zombie.
Well, Ritalin doesn't always, it's not always worked for people with because, like you say, it's becoming a bit of a buzzword. So if you give someone Ritalin that's not actually got ADHD or the chemical imbalance of it, it can make them worse. It can create the symptoms.
There was 4 drugs, I can't remember them all, but there was 4 drugs that they were going to give this child that is not on anything, not on a single thing. They were going to give him something because he acquired a label or one of their labels.
I've got one.
Go.
Give him the medication, right?
Aye.
Boom. Next week at school, so a little bastard isn't listening to me. No, because it's the drugs that fucking wiped out his hearing.
Aye.
It's too fucking high, you come down now.
Exactly. And then they said, and if this one doesn't work, we could try this one for a period of time. And if that doesn't work, we could try this one. That one might keep him awake, so we might need to give him this. Claire and I left that place and we're like, fuck you. He's getting nothing. We'll deal with it ourselves.
For me, I'm not accurate anti-medicine as such.
Aye.
I think there just needs to be a bit more time for doctors to do the right thing.
Less of the notepad and more of the intuitive conversation.
Correct.
So how do you feel about that? No, Mum and Dad. Mum and Dad are just wanting them, quiet down. Can you just... yep.
Well,
help us understand, maybe. But no, they're looking at these things and they're going, David Williams, computer says no, computer says Ritalin, computer says no. It's just the exact same as trauma. You can see the same as me, somebody being shot. We will both get trauma in different guises because not two minds are alike, and I don't care what they say. I see things totally different view, although we both have eyes. Might just be slightly different colour, but we see things, we experience things dependent on my backstory of who I am, the age difference, we're all different.
Right,
so gain one medication because it worked on one. No. Like you're saying, you trigger them. You put them over the other side. That's no good. I think you've got to exacerbate everything, every option. What is it they need? Because we found that with somebody that is rebelling, they're rebelling against the format you're trying to get them to sit down, cross your arms, cross your legs, and pay attention. Fuck no. I know this is wrong. I want to be outside. I want to climb trees. I want to fall over. I want to do the things that you fucking done. You can't, because that's dangerous.
Well, it's the same when it comes to occupations and stuff. So when you're at school, it's definitely for like when I was at school. You need to go to university. You need to get a good job. Some people don't want to go to university. Some people don't want that kind of corporate job. Some people enjoy the manual labour jobs.
Yeah.
If that's what they want to do, why are we suddenly...
James knows my thing about education. It's an ability to take in and retain knowledge and regurgitate the same shite. That's to me, practical learning is where it is. I went into civils, and that was a whole new world for the one I grew up in. So I had to sit and I had to pay attention, and there was everything was there to a degree in a format, but when I apply my backstory to it, I kind of made it a wee bit different. I lightened the load with it. I made it very simplistic. I didn't need all these big silly ass words and all this education to outsmart the guy that was educated. Practicality showed me how to beat them at their own game. And they think, we're smarter than you, we're educated. I'm like, well, you know that doesn't work then, eh? What do you mean it doesn't work? Well, that's wrong and it should be that way. Well, you're a bloody smart ass. Yeah, and your education was worth shite, mate, because it didn't work.
What's that?
It's like you say, we're all programmed totally different, and your perception of something's totally different from mine. You might enjoy doing that, whereas I didn't.
Exactly.
Me being told what to do, never really enjoyed. I like to learn from myself. Yes, I'll make mistakes. It's the easiest way for me to learn, so I can then say to you, which is evolution, then they do that, by the way. How? Because I burnt my fucking hand. But thanks, Al.
Exactly, yeah.
And
You
then,
move on, you pass it to the next guy.
Totally agree.
but then society wants to fucking prime you.
Oh, they want you to burn
Secondary.
their hand, of course. That's the best one, is the primary school.
Yeah.
You're being primed for what comes next. That's secondary. Because, you know, there's a format here, and that's secondary. Don't you worry about that. Number one, top of the tree. As you roll out there, here's about Graham with a quick reminder, you're going to be doing as you're fucking told, getting up at a certain time, having a break when we tell you to, and you will enjoy it, and you'll come back on Monday and do the same fucking thing. You're formatted, you've walked into this rubbish, and then you become dependent on it.
That's basically what school teaches you, is it tells an employer, it's the same with university. If you've got a university degree,
Have you got one?
No. I had offers to go to university, conditional offers, but I never went. I went to a manual.
But you just knew.
I knew it wasn't for me.
I think it's sad when you see people that have went there, invested a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money, all this stuff, still turn back to a manual job.
I would never discredit anybody's university degree, but for me, it's like a one-upper. People, I went to university.
I'm a doctorate at this.
That's good. It shows that you showed up to a place.
Listen,
That's what it is.
my namesake went to Edinburgh University. James Hunter Jr. went to Edinburgh University. My son is one intelligent motherfucker, but common sense, not an ounce. Not a fucking ounce of common sense.
But he can fight, and he's
But
going to
let me
battle
tell
him.
you, he'll write, he'll talk, he can he's shit hot.
Like I said, I would never degrade anybody for choosing to go to university, but I've had friends that went and they're doing really well, but they're not doing anything to do with the degree that they did. I mean, nothing.
It's when you see all these stars and that, and they're so-and-so getting a doctorate for what?
Yeah.
What did they do?
Yeah.
So
Honorary doctorate.
the thing that we're sitting in front of now is the silverback hoodie. And I know that tickles his mind because he's known on social media, or one part of social media, as just another monkey, because we're all, as Alan would say, just monkeys.
A monkey.
So we are.
You're just another one, I'm just another one, but you're saying you're the daddy with that top on.
No. There's definitely people that part me if I said that.
What does that represent then? Silverback? Is that a
Silverback is a brand,
right?
Mostly associated with the strongman stuff.
Right.
So I did do some work with Andy Black, who is 2-time Scotland's strongest man.
Scotland, right?
He's got quite a nice story actually. And I just like the silverback stuff. It's just,
Right.
It's nice.
Cool.
They've got a really nice range.
So
Do you know what's nice about that? Obviously, there's the big picture, the big doodle on the back,
Big monkey.
but the subtlety, I love subtle. It's got to be subtle for me. Didn't be in my face with big brands and things like that.
Yeah.
But that's just
quite
nice.
subtle.
that is a really nice. It's a well designed brand, I must say.
It's captured.
I like
I'm
that.
drawn to the hat all the time. The silver, the gorilla's
It
face.
is the sign of a good kind of logo, isn't it? It's just-
100%.
You always notice it, but
Just
it's never
caught.
there.
But that's, I mean, if it's got the typical big tick or the three stripes, no.
Well, seeing as we're plugging them to death, where can you find their gear?
I'm pretty sure it's just right on their website. It's silverback.co.uk.
Is that
I
what it's
should
silver?
get a hat.
You should.
Anybody wants to buy my Christmas present?
They do some really colourful stuff. They've got like a gorilla hoodie, and it's like
Yeah, I think I've seen.
it's like a kind of
I've seen
watercolour
it,
paint.
actually,
It's
aye.
brilliant. It's okay.
See, when you get
we
that
created
telly
a
in here,
monkey.
we could have had it up in the telly.
We could have had it on the telly. The
We-
TV is coming.
We've got in my stuff, the wee man, that's Rudy, because he's rudimental. It's
Right.
just very, very basic, Mr. Simplicity himself. But there was a monkey. I drew a monkey as well.
I do love this book.
The monkey's
I loved
cool.
it earlier on. I love that book.
No.
It's
Do,
awesome.
do you like the cups? No.
The cups are awesome.
Get them in the basket.
Cups are awesome.
Put it in a basket. Again, that's an overspill for another show.
Exactly. Right, but back to you. What's this all about? You've got 2 rooms for photography. You've got this lovely wee area for
Podcast.
podcasting, what we're doing today.
Has you and your pal done a podcast in here yet?
No.
No.
Yous are literally the
we
first
the
people. to try it.
virgin people to run it. What
You are the
is
first.
it feel, eh?
We
Oh,
did
wow.
some sound tests during the week, but there's not been any podcasts.
Like,
done.
tell me what you would do with your pal and what was the dining room. What were you talking about?
So we had it started off as a kind of supernatural podcast.
Oh.
She actually did it with somebody else, and then I joined as a co-host.
Go and break down supernatural. What do you mean supernatural?
So originally, the first episode we did, she's got a massive belief of Sasquatch, and I don't. So we did
So
a
you have a
skeptic and
fight?
believer. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Male, female.
Alright,
We're not
okay.
just talking about males and females having a fucking
So we had
Strange.
a skeptic believer episode.
How did you come away?
I won because men always win.
toxic masculinity.
Men always win.
I can feel a high heel coming at you like a frisbee.
I don't know if James has met my missus yet. Have you met
No,
her?
I've not actually met your missus yet, but
So is
I
it your
have.
missus that you
No. But
No.
if
I've
anybody,
stalked her Instagram to have a look at all the different stuff.
if
that
anybody
she's-
knows who my missus is,
Aye.
they know fine well that I don't win many arguments.
So you were delighted that day?
I was
A wee
delighted.
trophy
She'd
and a
pick 'em
t-shirt.
up, spin them round, and throw them out the other side of the room.
She's a strong girl. She's a strong girl.
So Sasquatch is one,
Yep, Sasquatch was one.
because obviously supernatural has it's like ADHD. It has a fucking such a
It's
broad
so broad,
umbrella.
yeah. So we kind of tried to do a little bit each and everything. So we went to Bannockburn House. We did a ghost hunt in Bannockburn House. That was interesting. That was
Did you
that
do it
was-
live as in record it?
We did record it, but we never went live. But we did it with a tour group called, I think it was Horror Tours, and they actually just did a Halloween tour on Heart FM, and they're really good. They're quite interactive. So we did one with them, and as much as I am a skeptic, I am an open-minded skeptic.
Good.
I am open
Good answer.
to being proven wrong.
They believe in an afterlife then?
I do believe in something.
Something beyond this.
Yeah, I like I say, I'd like to be proved wrong. That there's nothing.
But that's the thing. How can somebody prove you fucking wrong?
Exactly.
It's like my belief that we are in hell. Because if there's heaven and there's hell, what the fuck is this? If we're in the middle,
Limbo.
exactly,
Limbo.
limbo. So I believe this is hell, and we've obviously got to learn how to get out here by playing all the games, being deceived, being formatted, being silly. Oh, too slow, you missed it, go back there again. I believe when we come through 2020, the veil got lifted. There isn't going back because 2020 is clarity of vision. You get to see fucking everything. So you'll get to see if there is a Sasquatch. You'll get to see if there is an afterlife, ghosts, everything
Well,
else.
there's been some stuff about aliens as well. That she's a massive believer in aliens. She's a massive fan
To
of Tom
think-
DeLonge.
To think that
That's-
we are the most fucking top of the tree. Get off.
I-
Again, king of the jungle.
Exactly.
King of the jungle has always been the lion. Put me at the top of a tree throwing shite at the lion, I'll show you who's the king of the jungle.
Mhm.
I'll nip down, steal his crown when he's sleeping, hence the pawn, the bishop, and the king.
Bishop, the crown. Aye.
Every time. So yeah, there's something beyond this.
I think for me, you would have to be the most arrogant and
Formatted.
person to think that we are the only existence.
I think
We're
there's
of
that
galaxies.
smart. We're that fucking smart. Look at where we are now with iPads and everything else.
Aye.
We've been here for thousands of years.
Mhm.
What happened? We switched the light on. Like, oh, I've got an idea.
Exactly.
I think potentially my opinion on it is that there's potential for rebirth.
Rebirth.
Used to be.
Yes.
There's a rebirth within this existence,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And that is that whole thing. Now, before, Christianity would coin the phrase being born again.
Yeah.
Well, to be born again, you would have to die. And to kill the ego, I have a great argument for that one. If I had killed my ego, I wouldn't be here, because my ego is the monkey that helped me get to where I am. Then they shook hands and become a partnership within themselves. Then they go back, then they find their child, which is a wee man hiding behind the wall. That has to be for me. And it's not an argument, it's just a belief system that is mine. But it makes a lot more fucking sense when you get to your mid-40s and you want to buy a Harley and wear ripped jeans, get your ear pierced. Ditch the wife and get a younger model.
Would you force that belief system in anybody?
Fucking no chance.
See, this is my problem with religion.
Oh, Danny, run.
For the hill.
Serious problem with religion is I would never tell people not to believe in what they believe in.
You can't.
But why is it insistent that not everyone, but a lot of people that are religious, or strongly religious, will try to force you to believe what they believe.
I don't get it. Again, you'll never force anything on me. Again, I don't do authority. So if you try and tell me, sorry, you're better advising me, or, politely putting over. I'll never tell anybody nothing. Never. My daughters, nope. My wife has that exact same thing as me. It's that penny drop moment. You realise that, yes, between us, we have the gift of creation, but we don't fucking own them. Never will. So we cannot tell them what to do. Why? Because I will rebel. So if they've got my genetics, they will rebel. So if I say, don't you fucking ever do that, there's every chance to be like, aye, all right, no bother. What you just created is a liar. Because I'm not going to tell you I've done it, but I'm still going to do it. So no, you can't tell people what to do. And religion, personally, James knows me, shite, absolute pish.
Yeah.
The Bible, what do they call it? The Holy Book. Because it's fucking riddled with holes. There's so much it is absolute nonsense. And I learnt that again. Everything I do is because I've went down that path and I've had a nosy. I went to the National Library for Scotland, and I got a book called The Apocrypha, which is the stories that was removed for the Bible. And like, so you've given me a 500-page jigsaw, but 300 bits are missing. You're not showing me the full picture here. But that was all back to the Council of Nicaea. And what was that? Well, that's where they decided what bits were going in. Like, so it's been chalked twice. And what do we read? The King James version. So it's his version. So you'd as well give me Harry Potter.
Oh, exactly. It makes no sense.
Each to their own belief, though, as well.
100%.
If that's what gets them through fucking life, then that's what gets them through.
But that's what I'm saying. To me, the bits that are in it, there is a thread runs through it, and you know my story. There's 100% a golden thread. The thing that gets me the most is, was there possibly a man created in man's image, put here to do his thing? Yes. And we can actually see with all these tales, all these stories, how man treated this fellow man. They nailed him to a tree, and you're like, brilliant. You've showed me everything I need to know. I need to be very sceptical and very cautious in man telling me what to do, because I have the potential to be nailed to a fucking tree, because he doesn't care.
Oh,
doesn't care.
Mankind is the most dangerous.
Look at the gorilla on your fucking hat. I have this great one that is one for you and your buddy to do a podcast on, is that the animal kingdom, right? Now, you never ever see an elephant texting a gorilla. Never see it. And I've never saw any mail being dropped off by the pelican to the penguin. But I've saw the animals in the zoo, and they must communicate because they do certain things and they follow certain paths. So if it's telepathy that they still have, we've just been confused. And no, didn't put it in that, just watch the telly. These animals can communicate. What's the first thing the gorilla's got to say for Edinburgh Zoo? See, when you see that baldy fucking ape walking towards you with a gun, run like fuck, because he's going to do what you didn't want him to do. I just saw Jeff. His head is on a fucking wall in this guy's study. They hate us. That's why animals attack us, because they've all got this text message amongst themselves saying, watch them, horrible.
They know we're horrible, huh?
Oh, we're horrible. When you look at the barrel, and that's where I think society went in man's world. We went right through the arse of the barrel, right through the subsoil, because I worked in civil, so I know how the process goes, and we're right back to bedrock. And man has taken us right back to bedrock, where a collective of monkeys can actually punch and create this brand new society with what we do not fucking want. Because we now know Don't want that, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. Don't tell my fucking children what to do. Don't lead him there. And let's all just get on with it. And take what we need. Then you go for opulence and, whatever all the big buzzy words, they gaining and gaining and gaining. If I says to you, would you like to be a millionaire? You'd maybe think, be nice. If I give you £1 million, the first thing you've got to do is shit your pants and somebody's got to steal it off you. You're like, where am I going to hide it? Where can I put it? Then you build big walls and things, and you become in fear. Why would you want that?
Aye, exactly. I mean, just look at Floyd Mayweather, for instance. The man walks about with bodyguards.
See that?
And yet he's the world's best fucking pound for pound puncher out there.
Why is he walking about with bodyguards? To keep the people, keep me out of danger.
It's when you write to somebody that's a star and they didn't reply. I'm like, but hang on. It's the same as the bank. Next customer, please. I'm not a customer. Without my money, you're not on a fucking job. So the star, no replying to my wee text message saying, oh, tell me where you got that lyric for. If you didn't reply, hang on a minute. If you didn't have fans, you wouldn't be fuck all. You'd be sitting in George Square with a guitar, getting at some of that. It's that misconception because man's created this. And then they'll say, you're great, you're magic, you're Barry.
You're on the pedestal. You're on a pedestal.
Exactly. And what do they love most? Knocking you fucking off it. And it's they people. They're the ones I didn't want the idiot that's fell for it all. I want them. The ones that allow it to happen. So all our famous friends like Time McCann grew up sport, Mr. Savile and all these fuckers. It's not them. They're individual. We know what they've done. It's the ones that allowed it to happen. Give me them.
It's the ones that are quiet.
That's the ones I want. I want them because they do not in our boat. We're on the same boat.
Yeah.
But if I spot the wrong one, you're going overboard. I don't fucking want you in the boat. I've got my wife, I've got my kids, I've got his kids, I've got anything you have perspective in your life that I deem as good. I didn't want it tainted. I didn't want it to be harmed because I know that man will predominantly do it. We can say it because we didn't care. Is man fucks everyone he touches. Everyone. Can be your fucking mind, your kids. We've seen it all, and that's what I'm saying. We can create a new society just by what we don't want. Each one of these squares represent what I would not have if you gave me an island. Show me your CV. Done any of them? No. Barry, in you come. Simple. Simple. Eradicate it all.
Yeah.
I didn't go on a tangent. Even in your fish. Talking about supernatural.
That was a tangent. It was a rant. Anyway, meanwhile,
I've got a
back in Studio 14. I was about to say Studio fucking 24 there. That was
He was about to go to 51.
51 as well.
Area 51.
Area 51.
Storm Area 51. If you listen to this podcast, Storm Area 51.
Show us the truth.
So, back to Studio 14.
What happens in there?
What have you set all this up for, Barry? Because you're in the heart of the community here in Livingstone, Geddes House.
So I personally love to have my own space as a photography studio. So that is the kind of first purpose of it.
Right.
I am looking to do some kind of workshops and tutorials. I've got some pretty good professional photographer friends that will be really doing some in-depth kind of workshops for.
Right, so you're going to educate the community as well with us, not just sell it as a space to come and hire, like.
Definitely.
Right, okay.
It'll still be a good space for people that don't always have the equipment or the chance that can come and use professional lighting, bring a model, do some professional photos. Yeah, pretty much just that. I've got a kind of creative background. I do love photography. I have started doing some videography in the last few years. I'm not the best, but I'm getting better. So it's all about improving.
Right, so you do photography yourself, though?
Yeah.
Right. It's like this. I was never a podcaster, but for 2 years now, Alan and I have been chugging away at this, trying to get something out there. So
that's it. And then when I walked in, I seen this space, and like I said, we had been doing our own kind of podcast. Karen wants to do a podcast, so this small room just screamed podcast studio to me.
Yeah.
But it's why I did it.
It's brilliant.
It's a great wee space. I like it. The
It's
sound in
definitely-
here is everything's dead.
For me, it's more practical having this space for this
Uh-huh.
than having an office.
Yeah.
I don't need an office. Can work for anywhere.
Aye, totally.
I've worked in office environments, and I tell you, it's the funniest thing in the world, walking through like thousands of people, and they're all sitting like chickens, just going like that.
The amount of people that work, I've seen so many people like in Starbucks in Gloucester working off the laptop, and stuff.
Just move in.
Data entry.
Move in.
Yeah.
I think Starbucks give you free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the worst is you come in, because we go to the one on Leith Walk when we're going to the football, and we'll go in because it's a rendezvous point for meeting, and there's never any seats.
What football?
Yeah.
If you're at Easter Road, you're not going to Tynecastle, will you? But no, we'd go to Leith Walk, the Starbucks in there, because I love Starbucks. I used to be a Costa man, and it started to cost a fortune. Starbucks, you get a better deal with, and it was a mistake, because I'll only drink the oat milk. If they've no oat milk, no deal, I'm walking away. It does cost a fortune, but I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, didn't take drugs. That's my only wee vice.
I'll be honest, I am a complete and utter basic bitch when it comes to Starbucks. I am hoping that my pumpkin spice frappe shows up at some point.
The girls, they're up. Sophie's actually one of them. Mine's is it's got to be lads. No bored with ventis and da-da-da. I'm Scottish. Just give me a big cup.
20 in.
So, see, you know the terminology. I know that when I go in, I want a tall, large, whatever you want to call it. I want a large
Give me
oat
a
milk
big one there, though.
decaf latte. Exactly. Give me the big boy. And that's all, except I don't care for anything else. When they say, sorry, we've not got any, but we have. No. If I went to the shop for a fish supper and you've not got any fish, I'm not going in.
Very true.
That's my thing, is there. And it was by mistake, by default, that Costa had no milk. And I think it was my wife went in and got me one for Starbucks. And the first initial taste was quite bitter.
Yeah.
Coffee's a bit too strong. This is actually quite nice. That's it. I'm sold on it now.
I genuinely like oat milk. I like
love
the
it.
taste of oat milk.
Yeah.
I drink it in all my coffees and stuff, even in tea.
Tea.
I think
Good.
it's, unless you're drinking like the kind of proper blue milk, I think the oat milk, see if you get a good shake, if it comes in the carton, you get a good shake, it's quite kind of creamy.
Very creamy and very sweet as well. My wife used to, because I would pour it, it's the Oatly one.
Yeah.
It's the dark blue, it's in the fridge, so you've got to keep it in the fridge. It's no long life unless then you open it. Pour it into the pan, and I would make a coffee with that. I swear to God, it's fucking addictive. It's like smack.
So, Barry, what drives you, man? What drives you? When was the last time you
Usual
were
205.
employed by an employer? When was the last time you were employed?
Technically, I'm still employed. But the last time I was fully employed would have been...
You're
not in the sick, are you? I'm going to put this on the internet.
I am on
Oh, for fuck's sake, Barry.
Claiming benefits. I've got
But-
ADHD, I've got badges, balloons.
I am on the sick, but
Aye.
I have
This is therapy, then.
plantar fasciitis.
This
which
is therapy.
Bloody sore, by the way.
Aye. So we
I
need
don't
to
know
talk
if you've
to you
ever
about
had it,
that.
but it's bloody sore.
Plantar fasciitis, I certainly have, eh?
But I've not really been employed for him since like 6
What do you
7
do
years
if you were in game for
Warehouse.
employment?
Warehouse.
Whereas, right.
Aye. I've done a bit of everything. I
Uh-huh.
did. I was an apprentice mechanic.
You don't like that?
I've worked in warehouses.
Apprentice
See,
mechanic
the
when I
monkey,
was
the
16.
monkey and me, I want to dissect everything. So I've been in that many fields watching, and that's all I do. I watch, I study. So I used to just stare at guys doing things. An old thing. My wife was the first one to point out. She says, you stare at people. It's really uncomfortable. And with some people, 90% is, I'm wondering, why the fuck did you get up this morning? You're thick as fuck. And it's not me putting them down. They really genuinely are. And I've worked alongside them, and I could show you and say, look, and you'd be like, cutting you right up.
What is that? I mean,
But mechanics, the
Well,
deconstruction. Oof, love
for
it.
me, it was don't get a job doing something you love. I enjoyed working on cars, but not for customers.
Mm-hmm.
Customers
It's when somebody
made it
doesn't
work.
appreciate it.
I was in retail.
Civil engineering's the same, because 90% is under the ground. You know,
My longest career would have been retail. I was in retail for about 12, 15 years. That was a nightmare. That's when you really find out what kind of people are in society when you work in retail.
So what does a mechanic, warehouse guy, how the fuck does he find himself into photography, podcasting, or a space for it? How the fuck did you get here?
Well, photography I did as a hobby. I've always enjoyed photography. I do. It does.
Because there's some fucking gear through in the rooms, by the way.
There's some stuff. But see, to be honest, the kind of entrepreneurial kind of business, working with myself stuff didn't really happen until I met Karen,
right?
The missus, because that is her mindset, and that has been her mindset since she was.
Be your own boss.
Be your own boss.
Fuck
she
and it's fascinating that the female's the one that really drives it.
She pretty much drove me for the minute I met her. She was the kind of driving force behind her.
My wife showed me so much. I was a Neanderthal bastard. I did not care.
Me too.
I had spent that long in Shit Creek that I didn't mind the smelly jobbies. I swam. I knew what my perception of the female form was, and they were rodenty as fuck. They did not care. No, that love thing was a lot of pish. They would stab you in the back. They'll sleep with your friends, da-da-da. And again, I'm talking through experience. They will tell you they're the father of the child for 28 fucking years, and then the truth will out, and you're not, and you have never been, and they knew for the start. So, yeah, I've saw every party about my wife. She showed me this other side, and that's where the bridge comes in, and all my doodles, the bridge is there. She was for Perth, came into my hell, and I'm looking thinking, you must be off your fucking rocker. 26 years later, she's definitely off her rocker because she's still there. But she took me over the other side, and I saw life for the other side, for the outside of the fishbowl. And it's the Pink Floyd. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. No, we broke out. We climbed out. I know how to climb. I'm a fucking monkey.
I was pretty much... if we're going Pink Floyd, I was uncomfortably numb. I kind of just...
Always.
You kind of just... I literally was just day by day, just kind of...
See, that's where your pal will come in with the supernatural, because this had to be done the way it's done. It has to be. There's no way this could have happened any other way. It couldn't have been contrived other than somebody else made that happen. Because see that's enough to tell me who you are. So if I was defining you as man or male, I go male straight away. Something would rebel against you. The monkey would rebel. You know yourself, you put two monkeys sitting opposite each other, they're going to fight at some point. They have to clash, because one has to be more dominant. Whereas we're males, different ballgame.
Totally.
We know each other. He knows me. We're now getting to meet you. You're now seeing a side of us that you're thinking, well, you'll judge it, but
there's
you
still
seem
logical
comfortable.
thought there.
You're still comfortable, though. You've no shit doing.
But I mean, Karen was a driving force for everything. Kind of living day to day, kind of just through emotions, just make money, pay your bills,
Very
go home
boring.
and sleep.
There's no money like making your own money, though, let me assure you.
Aye,
This drive you into another world, this sort of stuff.
definitely. People think that people think that having your own business makes you rich. It's not the case.
Fuck.
I was just going to say, when you go home, tonight and Karen's there and she, how'd you get on? You go, oh, it was great. I met a couple of wankers, done this, blah, blah, blah. Managed to get my pumpkin sauce. Like, I'm fucking tickety poo. The last thing you'll be thinking, or she'll be wanting to ask you, is, do you make any money? It's fucking irrelevant. It's toast, man.
For me, Karen, because of her kind of mindset, it was refreshing, her mindset. She is independent, she's strong-willed.
That's what females generally are.
Different breed, though, because she's into the body sculpting.
She's a bodybuilder.
Is that, that's your partner, right? Yeah.
So she's got a gym as well. So we've got a gym in Blackburn.
So the dedication that lassie's put to her own body, never mind him or anybody else, is fucking outstanding. Like
she is an absolute. She is the. I've put her up there on that pedestal. She is.
But it's where females should be all the time. We're just wankers.
See how we see Laurie Driver doing all the fucking...
Oh, Laurie's brilliant.
She's brilliant, but this lassie's took it to the next fucking level where she's ripped. Fucking completely, completely. Going by the Instagram anyway.
And she's strong.
Aye.
She
So
is
there's not
actually
just a strong heart there, there's a fucking strong will to be able to do that to yourself, you know.
And the funny thing is, see if you ask her what her driving force is,
Aye.
she would say her mum.
And mum.
No her dad, her mum. Her mum's her driving force.
Why her mum was her dad not there?
Her dad was there. Her mum and dad separated when she was 16, 15, I think. To quote one of his brothers at his funeral, he had a lot of love to give. A lot of love to give.
Sounds a bit like Jordan.
I think I've got a couple.
It wasn't for the same.
There's a few of them fucking out there, let me assure you.
But Karen's mum's the driving force because she's exactly the same. If she puts her mind on, she's doing it. That's it, done.
That's what I love about females. We can do half-assed jobs.
We get distracted.
Okay.
And
that's no ADHD.
Got so many different tasks that I've got to the end, like 2 months to the end.
Okay.
Nah, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm not
Okay.
worried about that now. I've done enough of that now. I'm finished.
I've learned honestly becoming domesticated. You know, like simple things like lifting the toilet seat, putting it back down, wiping the piss for in the bowl, all of these things, doing the dishes, putting them away, with a sense of no urgency, but just do it. I do it automatically now, and I've got pals where I still Neanderthalic, and you're like, why are you leaving that there? Well, what? Well, you're getting up, right? Well, take the fucking cup to the kitchen. I will get it later, but you're going that way anyway. Oh, fuck off, you.
Do you know what I think it is? What I think it's you do adapt to your surroundings. So if you're around just blokes all the time, but there's nobody to tell us, take that cup away.
But that's a big one though. It's being told what to do. I didn't like being told what to do.
Well,
so rebel originally, but then I'll see the sensible. Again, that's where the monkey deconstructs and thinks, well, let's have a look at this. Why would I not shift if I'm getting up? Or you get them, and everybody should shift their own cups. Well, if I'm getting up and I'm going, I'll save you the journey and you the journey. Hopefully, like going to the bar, if I get the first round, hopefully you'll get the next one without being asked. We didn't get told. We get the initial, then we work it out.
Yep. For me, the biggest change since I started doing CBT therapy with a psychologist, since then, a lot of my decisions are based on why not.
So go and break down the CBT, because it's not to do with motorcycle bike training,
No, it's cognitive behavioural therapy.
Thank you.
I was going to say, because I was a wee bit, what's that?
And I do it with a woman called Amelia. She's, unfortunately for some, she's from Newcastle.
Why I?
She's got an accent for it.
Canny as fuck.
Canny as fuck.
Did you see that thing on social media the other day where they'd put fucking a Geordie's fucking eye test and it was just why I? Fucking brilliant.
I'm going to make sure she watches this.
Why I?
So she's
Canny lass.
She's called Cerebral Wellbeing.
I like the name.
And she's a phenomenal woman. But
what kind of things these days?
So she gives you kind of ways of dealing with stuff. So rationalisation was one that I worked on because I get quite bad kind of anxiety with overthinking. So I rationalise it. The problem, what caused the problem? What can you pinpoint? Can you change it? How can you change it? What positives can you take? Stuff like that.
Do you know what that is? Deconstruction.
Deconstruction, exactly. Yeah. Deconstruction, yeah, exactly. And one of the things that I've learned is why not? And that's like if I'm getting up to go to the kitchen, well, why would I not just take the cup? If I'm in the kitchen, why will I not just do the dishes? I'll just do it. Why not?
See, it doesn't make me feel like an asshole when I see that somebody else is actually given that behavioural training to somebody that can apply it and actually think, well, yeah, it makes logical fucking sense. That's you getting in touch with that wee compass that's called a moral compass that has, at each point, a point.
Well, it's helped my procrastination. I am a bad procrastinator. And usually it's because I'm kind of burying my head.
Can't it be that bad? You did this. Look at what you've done.
I know. People do say that I'm kind of hard on myself, but for like 6 of the 7 hours of yesterday, the stuff I could have been doing, I wasn't doing.
But that just comes, that's where these things come in handy. It's time.
I know.
Once,
I mean,
once you start getting the buzz
it
for
could just
it,
be a
boom.
disciplinary thing.
So
It
it
could
is.
discipline the brain. That could be.
All you need to know is, listen, there's a guy coming at that time, then you've got that one and that one and that one. You've got to think, well, fuck, when am I going to get a pot noodle in? If I get a pot noodle, Karen's going to punch fuck at me for not eating properly, blah, blah, blah.
Well, this is it.
Just
I definitely do
overruns
better
you.
when there's a deadline.
That's it.
But
Well, I do.
But ironically, I hate deadline.
Yeah, because again, it's being formatted.
Exactly.
But for the greater good,
Mhm.
yep, you've got to. So if it's something new like this, your first ever podcast, with us anyway,
Yeah.
that's another a talking point.
100%.
You're now thinking, right, okay, I see what we've done here. I came what I want to do. I came how we move this. I want something up there. You're learning, so it's evolution all the time. So the next one, you're going to be even sharper, then even sharper. So the deadline doesn't become a deadline. It becomes a fucking, do you know what I mean? It's like, wow, yeah.
It's something to excite you.
Exactly.
Rather
And
than
if it's not exciting you, just stay in your bed.
That's it.
Any fucking point in getting up.
I mean, that is the kind of one of the big reasons I did it. Obviously, one of the main reasons is I wanted a space for myself for
Aye.
photography.
One thing I would
It's
say to you
easier.
is, didn't sit in here and fucking social media. Sit
No,
in here
no.
and sit in here and create.
Yep.
And then that creation through the day,
Yep.
put on social media at night.
Yep.
But didn't sit in here with TikTok, flick fruit, because 5 hours will go
Doom
by.
scrolling.
5 hours
Total
gone.
doom scrolling.
Facebook, another 3 hours gone.
But
Instagram,
see
another
where the,
3.
See the
Yeah.
deconstruction of that is you can do that news.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You didn't need this for to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
So, to come here and do that, silly.
I love seeing other people's work.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not jealous or envious. I never get jealous or envious. I'm not
Mhm.
about. But I do like to see other people's work, especially if it's good work.
Yeah. But that's what
That's
evolution is.
why.
You watch, you're sitting with your camera and you're taking that, and then, because I'm such a deconstructive, nosy bastard, I'm going to say, why are you doing that? And I'll bug you. And I will apologise in advance. I'll say, look, why are you doing that? They'll be like, well, what's this? Look, see this angle, look, see if you do that. And just kind of turn it that wee bit. What's this? And you're like, oh, I see what you've done there. You've just gave me your information. If it took him 30 years to work that out, he just gave me it in jig time.
Oh no.
You apply it, pass it on.
I do kind of do the whole imposter thing where I don't think I am as good as I am. But I've seen my pictures and I've won awards and I've people have told me how good my stuff is,
That's why I'm doing this stuff.
and I'm
Mhm.
genuinely. There's times where I go, do you know what that is? That is a nice bit of work. That is a nice bit of work, but it's very, very short lived.
That's that third person. Because you have to be able to step away from it and look through a different set of eyes, alter your perception of what is, who it is, da-da-da. I can read something that I've done or look at a picture that I've done and I'm like, do you know, one of the ones that I have to do is when we're looking at these, because I'm it's James is the creator, so I have to go in to read the comments. So I'll go into YouTube and I'll have to play the video in order to open the comment section. So it's playing away and I'm reading the comments and da-da-da, and then I find myself listening and I'm thinking, actually makes quite sense. And then I remember, it's you silly bastard. Oh, that is me.
Do you ever get the kind of fear though? Yeah, here's a question for you two.
Aye, go.
Have you ever had the fear of, if you accept that you're doing something good or well, that somebody's going to say, "Oh, just arrogant bastards"?
Couldn't give a fuck what
They
they've got to
fucks
say.
to give.
That's the
NFT.
opposite of me.
fuck.
That's the opposite of me.
You'll get used to that, honestly.
The
When
thing is-
you know that what you're doing, if it's helping somebody, if it's aiding some, so say you set up that room through there, great guy comes in, fantastic camera, he's got his model, he's doing his thing, and you're over his shoulder, you listen, do you mind if, no, not at all, she's comfortable, let's do it. And how are you doing that? I've done it. Oh, fucking hell. You're learning all the time. When you then apply what you've learned and you're doing it, you'll not give two fucks who's saying it, because if it worked for him, what's for you, she's happy, you're happy. It's all these things. I love the thing with the cameraman. It's the vision that you see. You're already, say you're taking a photo of me. You're already looking at what you're seeing from my point of view, because it's you seeing through the eye of the spectator. So somebody's going to look at the picture and see a guy sitting in a chair. You've already saw the vision backwards through the eyes of the person that's looking. I find that fucking fascinating. Anybody that can do that and catch something, because the camera never lies. If it's shite, I'll be able to see it's shite. But see, if you've caught it, like, oh, that's genius. That's smart.
There's so much to it that I love doing, and I think that beginners coming in are scared of stuff like flash.
Aye.
They're scared of light, so they'll take natural light photos. I'm a natural light photographer. Have you tried flash? Well, no. Well, let's try some flash. You could be really good at it. I think it just kind of gives that kind of art perspective.
The big thing going back is you giving a fuck about somebody. Why would you? See, when you go to sleep at night, although Karen's right next to you, see when you shut your eyes, it's only you in there. You can even take the monkey off your head or keep it on. It's only you that's in there. If you're not happy with what you've done, might as well just stay awake.
You will always get somebody that doesn't like what you do.
Well, that's it.
You will always. I run roller discos and stuff like that, and although it's the cheapest thing around to go to and take your family to, there's still folk that say it's a bit dear, eh? And I'm like, well, it's cheaper than everything fucking else. All right, it's a bit dear. It's that person's opinion that it's a bit dear to them. But you'll hear other folk. I get 10 folk cut. I had a guy the other day. Now, I very seldom get feedback or positive feedback. I am constantly dealing with negative feedback because it's an events industry. So you can never please every single person, right? But what makes it for me is the subtle things where another guy or another bloke, whatever you want to call him, comes up to me and says, fella, thank you so much for that today. My daughters or my child, me and my son, whatever, really, really enjoyed that. It's the best day out we've had in ages. That kicks every single bit of negative feedback I get right in the ring immediately, and I just forget about it. And now I've got so hard to everything I do now, even these podcasts, everything. I'm not a media guy. I'm just another monkey. You know what I mean? I'm just another bloke.
If you put yourself on a pedestal, be prepared to get kicked off. Just then you go on the pedestal.
Somebody tell us on a podcast he looks stoned. He's never touched anything like that.
Well, he take drugs.
Can't he do it?
They would know if I was on drugs.
It's like them saying to me, you're half pissed. No, I can't do that, mate. I can't sit and do.
But I apologise and say, look, I'm really sorry, but there's fuck all I can do about the way I look. I'm an ugly guy. Just my face.
Just my face.
It's just do not give a fuck what anybody thinks.
There's always going to be haters.
Always. Critics, your family, biggest critics fucking out there.
But the best thing
perfect
is if you, which you never want to do, is give them a backstory and then they're looking at a thing. All right, okay, sorry. Shouldn't have judged you. No, you shouldn't have judged anything. Let's have a look in the mirror. It's Peter Tosh was, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. Matt's been on that. So if you live in a glass house, put some curtains on, because I didn't want to see you a fucking ugly ass marching about. Just do your own thing. Leave me the fuck alone to do mine.
Well, female bodybuilders are one of the biggest kind of people hated on. See the amount of comments.
But that's jealousy. That's jealousy of that dedication.
That's what it is.
There's a million
they
women out there.
They could have dedicated that to anything.
I think you look like a man.
They're not jealous of the body. They're not jealous of the look. They're jealous of the dedication.
You reckon that Karen looks like me? Some fat fucking overweight? No.
Not a chance.
No. Karen doesn't get too many, actually, but there's a lot of kind of friends in that kind of industry that
person
stuff's horrible stuff.
They'll be sitting back saying, I wish.
I can't understand how somebody can be so horrible, though. That's the bit that gets
it's very easy.
Because that's what they're good at.
Do you know, it's again, nothing to do with religion, but it's in that book. Is that when the wee man goes into the temple and he sees them all collecting money and he flips the table? No, doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to learn for that. I'm going to learn that you've got to pick all that shit up, mate. Or somebody has to. See if you go and you turn the table. That fucking works. You turn the table on the hater and you address them. See, why is it? Because I've done it. See, listen, you're as angry as fuck. You're really angry, but I've never done anything to you. So why the fuck are you out? Well, and you see the frustration. It's no anger, it's just frustration. Well, because she says I've got fucking wee Willie and she's a fucking bam, so I'm taking you on you. Because I worked in pubs and stuff, I used to see the guy, he'd be arching. And, like, you know, somebody bigger will come in, excuse me, you want to shut the fuck up? All right, sorry, no need for that. It's not went away. He's taking it home. Either the doors, the dog, the kids or the wife are getting it. Because he has to.
Well, you found that in kind of retail as well, though. See, when I worked in retail, see how many people that would come in and you're supposed to smile and you're supposed to be nice.
Yeah.
But you would see people come in the checkout and I can't believe I have to wait 2 minutes to get served. Like, just chill, man.
Yeah. Do you know the best ones for that is the Polish? They taught me. Again, I learn all the time. Every day is evolution for my thinking all the fucking time. I didn't change my mind because I'm no wuzzle gummins. I have one mind and I can alter it all the time. They'll come in. So you're there. You've got to be Johnny Polite. Hello, sir. How can I help you? I'd like to buy this, please. Can you tell me how much it is? Yes, it's $14.99. Oh, well, that's lovely. Okay, we'll have that then. Right, okay. Would you like a bag, sir? I'd love a bag. Thank you very much. Good day, sir. Good day. And you walk away. See a Polish guy. He'll come in. He'll say, bang. You just give you the item. And you're like, 14 quid. Magic. And away. They've not got time for all this bollocks.
What was it?
And that makes fucking sense, because seeing that whole facade that you're putting on, you really want to say, listen, buddy, once you fucking give me 14 quid, or fuck off. I've got my own shit to deal with.
As a total Eastern European thing, right?
Yeah.
I went to Germany, and the minute I jumped off the bus at the hotel, I was walking through the streets in Munich, and there was people bumping into me. I'm like, what's happening? Hear me, what's happening? And I realised that everybody was bumping into you. They weren't bumping into you and not saying sorry because they weren't apologetic. They just didn't care.
Yeah. Do you know how I watched the guy doing this? Is we went to the wee burger van, just a wee greasy Joe. Excuse me, go and get a cheeseburger, buddy. And he went about, you want onions on it? Aye, go for it, aye. You want anything else? I put a bit of brown sauce in it. Thanks very much. And all the please and thank yous and all the shit. He comes in like, burger. You ignorant bastard. This is why the guy's not want to listen to my pitch. He wants to get me the fuck out the way with the money in the till.
It's a phenomenal way to live.
It's fantastic though. It's and that's where we were told ages ago. And I'm not going to repeat the words, but if this is that and that's it, you're a racist. Yeah, but hang on a minute. We're now at an age where ADHD, LMFAO, LOL, all this stuff, ME, and all this, it's all abbreviated. We used to shorten words for the simplest of fucking reasons. We didn't want big, long conversations. Just shorten it. Give me... No, I'm a Scot, right? Okay. I'm not a Scottish person living in Scotland. No, I'm just a Scot. Just shorten it for me. Give me a quick so we can go on. That's almost where the
overcomplicated everything.
That's it. Everything's fucking overcomplicated. That's good morning, sir. Good morning. How are you? I'm very well. What can I do for you today? Fuck off. Just give me what I want.
Well, some of the surveys. It's all surveys. It's surveys and market research.
Surveys.
That's what ruined the world. Market research ruined the world.
Bollocks,
I know there's a survey that they did for like Tesco, right? They asked Tesco customers what annoys them the most. And people said, the cages are too small when they bring them out. The cages are too big when they get them into the Tesco Express aisles. So they change the cages. Millions and millions of pounds on changing cages. Why? Because somebody
didn't like it.
It's a bit awkward to get rid. Yeah, but now you're doing more journeys for the same items because they're in smaller cages, which means you have to travel. It doesn't make any sense.
Fucked up. Nope, definitely not. But that's evolution. That's where you go backwards. That's revolution. You're just spinning the wheel the wrong fucking way. I hate the idea of having to go back to the start. Why? Isn't it broken? Just fucking leave it.
I've definitely had a few instances where I've asked for the world to stop so I can get off.
100%.
Just stop so I can get off.
Even just slow it down so you can dip your feet in the water for a wee while.
It's a merry-go-round. And you can stand and watch it go round. You still will get dizzy if you watch it for too long. You didn't have to stay and fucking watch it. Just fuck off.
But here you go. How's this for fucking time travel? That's an hour.
Wow.
I'm a great believer that people buy from people. Right, when it comes down to the selling on the man part of all of this lovely, fine fucking building that we're in. So the man part of all this needs customers, needs people through the door, needs people to hire the space, use the fucking facility, use it or it loses it. So that is why I wanted to do a bit time with yourself for, we're using your space, is to show people that there's a human being behind all this facade, or behind all the mics and everything. There's a guy running this, a human being that has a heart and a fucking soul.
There's
and
an
feels.
idea and there's a dream as well.
There's a dream, there's everything. This is your big cup of hopium is sitting here. You've invested in all of this.
We can see it, we can feel it.
So on that, we're an hour in, I want you to sell your business. How do people get in touch with you? All of that, you take over for here and just advertise.
I'll shut my face.
And I'll shut my hole.
If anybody would like to come here, and I would love to see people here to create their own art.
Look into that camera there.
This camera here.
Yes, that's yours.
This camera free.
Yes, this is yours.
I'd love people to come down here and make their own art. I love to see creative styles, and I just want it to be a hub where people can enjoy it. No feel the need that they have to be the best photographer or the best videographer or the best podcaster. This is somewhere to start, and I want them to get the benefit of learning from guys like yous. Just get a chance. Just give your dream a chance.
I knew I would fucking jump in because I'm a cunt. But see what you've got here, it's the realisation of your dream.
Yep.
You're giving them a format that they can then realise their dream.
Yeah.
So if he never knew what a podcast was going to be like until he actually done one, you're giving them the opportunities. Listen, I'll give you everything you need. Just you go and do it. Like, this is fucking Barry. Can we do that? You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You've created the space. That's...
I know. There's definitely people out there that want to that want to start a podcast. And people will say, "Oh, but what you got to talk about? Doesn't matter.
Life.
Just you do it.
Look at what we've talked
do it
about
for
today.
you. Do the podcast for you.
Yeah.
I guarantee somebody will listen somewhere, and this is the perfect place to start. I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you guys feel about having your last 4 hours in here?
Well, here's my take on it, right? I've seen so many people in so many industries that I've been involved in no liking the next guy because he's doing the same thing. Why? Waste of time, right? I'm not a gatekeeper to this, but could I get James English to sit there? Probably, at some point. But he'll want to come when my fucking viewing levels are way up there. Right now, my viewing levels are way at the fucking flare. Do I want big viewers, big numbers? To be honest, with all the shit I've seen go about, not really. I'm quite happy doing this. I want the right ones,
person,
not
the person
every
that
single
needs to
person
see.
and their brother. I want the right ones. And if that means I sit and talk to you, a fellow podcaster, I talk to 10 fellow podcasters, happy days. I'm moving in the world that I'm really, really intrigued in. So I ain't no gatekeeper. This is for everybody, man. And that's what I like about what you've created here, and that's why I wanted to do this here today.
Well, I've always heard the saying, and it's usually, I've heard kind of women saying it, straighten your crown's queen, don't put another girl down and stuff. I don't see why everybody can't do that. Why are we putting everybody down? It doesn't make any sense.
It's no evolution.
Yeah,
Never going to help us go forward. Again, if we all realise we are all in the same boat, we definitely are in the same boat. Some of us are just paddling a different fucking direction. We all want to move on.
There is people out there that are just assholes.
Yeah, there is.
100%.
But
you know
why?
what it is? That's the evolution of man.
Yeah.
He managed to walk on his hands and talk out his arse. That's why he's full of shit and he talks shit. Because he's an asshole. There's you can't deny it. There's nothing different about... nothing you could say, nah, you're a bit wrong. No, I'm not.
If I could help somebody, I would.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had the choice, I would choose to help somebody.
Somebody's
That's the
shouting and
difference
bawling at
between
you.
want and need.
Aye.
People want the viewing figures. Some
Aye.
people need to see it. They want it far takes it down the way. They need. I've always been. I don't mind doing that. I think it's great fun. It's a great laugh.
Yeah.
It's great meeting new people, even if it's just me and him chatting shit about the things that we've done. See if it gets that 1 year, and it is very cliche. I'm no the guy that wants to say that to look good. I genuinely want the person that needs to hear this to fucking hear it. If they say, do you know what? I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to book a fucking session in you because I know there's something inside me fucking aching to get out. And if I didn't let it out, bang, the door's going to come off and you're going to lose the plot.
It's so cliche, but like that one person, you could literally save a
That's
life
it.
with one.
So could
You would never know.
So could you.
You would never know.
You might have saved 3.
Our
Who knows?
openness is there. Somebody that wants to do it, but they can't see the way, bang. It just happens to go on TikTok or something. They see this, they see you, they see the availability and think, that could be my saving grace here.
Yeah.
I'll say one other thing.
Strugglers.
If anybody's watching for
hang on.
West
Oh,
Lothian
there you go.
Council,
Aye.
right, I will happily accept any grants
Yeah, well,
to help people do this for.
You're going down a dark path now, pal.
If you
I
give me
used
the
to
damn
like this guy.
grants, if you give me the damn grants, I'll open this up for free.
as long as there's no box ticking to be required,
Can I
'cause
just
it
tell
has
you
to be
something, though?
open. Has to be.
Didn't hold your breath on that one.
No, I never
We've
did.
watched it. We watched it with the other guys.
I love
Sadly,
it.
and that's what he says. We didn't want to burn any bridges, but there isn't any bridge.
There's
There's
no
no
bridge.
bridge to burn.
There's not even a foundation.
My
to put the fucking
political
bridge
views
on
are
yet.
nothing to do with this podcast. Although I would appreciate it if some of the politicians in the area.
But see
Would,
the politicians in the area. See when you pay your taxes, you're actually paying their wages.
Yeah.
Why do you have to go cap in hand to them? They
'Cause
work,
they work
for
for
you.
you.
They work for you.
If I could open this up for free and give
Beautiful, isn't it?
someday a chance to start on, because you never know where they'll
I
go.
mean, we've done all right with this, isn't it? How much we made?
I could actually tell you it's actually cost me. Well,
It's-
in
it's
fact,
always costed.
here's the
Always.
thing. It's only cost me personally my time. It is a business, the man part, that's paying for all this for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The doodles. I mean, you're talking pens, paper, just time.
It's
Now we've got
not
loads.
even that. It's the obvious waste of funds. Living, not just West
Oh,
Lothian.
that's a podcast in itself, but I'm hitting the button. Let's get out here. It's roasting.
Bye.
Whew, for fuck.
Oh, you're going down that dark, dingy path.
Aye,
Eh?
aye.
Imagine
Fuck.
that.
Oh, never. I could do another hour on that, by the way.
It's hard.
Bye.
No yet.
Hang on, neighbour. Sit where you are.
There's ways for you advertising this to get the people in to them.
And do it now to the camera. Where do they email you? Where do they find you?
You can find me on Instagram mostly, Facebook. Look for Studio 14. It's 14 as in the word 14. Livingston, and you will find me. I will give the guys here an email address as it's not ready yet. But yeah, I'd love to see people here and actually creating kind of good podcasts and photos, and I'd love to see people at the workshops. I've got an exhibition coming up to exhibit some photographs, and I'd love to see everybody there.
Good. Al, he was the guy that didn't really want to talk. Didn't know what to
I
say.
know, can't you just take my bit?
I
Why
think
don't you just say toodle pip for now? Hi ho silver away.
I think it was Alan that drew it out of me.
Hey, hi ho silverback.
Oh,
away.
it's your bit.
That'll do, I'm away.
Adios, amigo.